What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to do a book review for the Master Plan of Evangelism by Dr. E. Coleman. Right off the bat, I want to tell you right now, this is a must-buy. You should definitely buy this book. I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to purchase this book. But if you still want, here you go. Here's a book review real quick about the Master Plan of Evangelism. Let's get it. All in all, I thought it was a great book. I came into this book thinking that I would learn how to evangelize to the masses of the world. But little did I know that in this book I would learn the importance of discipleship and how it relates to evangelizing. That is pretty much the main theme of the book. I received more understanding on the importance of being intimate in my time with Jesus and knowing Him better, which is always a plus. You always need to be reminded of that. I learned that I did not have to be smart or know a whole lot of Bible knowledge to be used by God. In my personal walk, I struggled a lot with having the self-doubt, as if I needed to be so much smarter or so full of knowledge, and really all I needed was just intimate time with Jesus. And that's all I needed, and God's holy word, and the desire and need to learn from Jesus. I learned that from this book. It was clear to me while reading this book that I had to abide in Jesus, and all things would just fall in place. John 15. In this book, I really got a chance to meditate on what was really needed to be used by God and the cost of following Jesus. A lot was learned by the examples of the 12 disciples, which I thought was really cool. I realized that they were human, just like I was, and that I would have to grow and learn to have the characteristics that they had, which were leadership, loyalty, the willingness to learn. Those are huge ones, okay? Leadership, loyalty, and the willingness to learn, teachable, and the true desire of Jesus in their life. Those are the big characteristics that we should all have and strive to have. Another line that really hit me was, this is probably my favorite line in the whole book: supreme obedience was interpreted to be the expression of love. Supreme obedience was interpreted to be the expression of love, which, if I simplify that, is being truly obedient to the Lord was the expected way to show my love for God. Being truly obedient to the Lord was the expected way to show my love for God. Jesus once said that if you love me, you will follow my commands. The obedience to the will of God was the main principle in Jesus' own life. God expects us to obey Him so that we could be more like Him. When it comes to evangelizing / discipleship, because that's what the book is about, I must look for people who are yearning for God and willing to learn and be filled with the Holy Spirit to do God's work, right? I must be willing, and they must be willing and able people who I can disciple, who in return will do the same. So we gotta focus on discipling people who are gonna make more disciples. Disciples who make more disciples is the unstoppable lifetime of evangelizing, according to this book. There's a bunch of principles that I really liked in this book, but I'm gonna name my top 3, and then I'm gonna end the video with that. The first one is Jesus chose His disciples and did life with them, pouring into them on a daily basis. He was always with them. Okay. The second principle: Jesus led by example. Everyone in His life could see that He went to desolate places to pray. He spoke memorized scriptures. He always taught people the way of salvation. These are examples. So He always led by example. He never told people to do things that He Himself wouldn't or couldn't do. Number 3, which is the final one, the disciples were to go out into the world and win others who would come to be what they themselves were. The disciples were to go out into the world and win others who would come to be what they themselves were. Disciples making disciples that are going to make disciples that are going to make disciples. Alrighty, if you like this video, there's a link in the description where you can buy this book. Alright, thanks for watching.